Hi, I am Dr. Shazil, and today in a third video of retinoscopy lectures, we will tell you how to calculate the number after neutralizing the vertical and horizontal reflex by retinoscopy. I will show you three examples. After watching these, I hope you will be able to calculate the number easily. Thank you. So now here we are writing the first example. But before that, you should know about the working distance. As in the second video, I have told you how to measure your working distance. So my working distance is 2/3 of a meter, 1.5 diopter. If you have used atropine as a cycloplegic agent, then you have to subtract 1 diopter. And if you have used cyclopine as a cycloplegic agent, then 0.5 diopter sphere. So these are the strengths you should know: 1.5, 1 and 0.5. Now the first example. So suppose you have neutralized the vertical meridian with +2 lens and horizontal with +3. So now you can see that +2 is vertical as well as horizontal. So we can take +2 as a spherical component because +2 is present vertically as well as horizontally. Sphere is the power of lens that acts equally on all meridians. So we have got +2 diopter sphere as a sphere, and now you can see +1 is left. So that +1 which is present at the horizontal meridian, it basically the power will be perpendicular to it. So we can write that +2 diopter sphere, and here +1, the cylinder is +1 diopter cell at 90 degree, because +1 is left at horizontal meridian, and as it is left at horizontal meridian and it acts perpendicularly, so it will be shown at 90. So as we haven't subtracted working distance yet, so you have to, my working distance I have already said that 1.5 diopter sphere, so minus it from the spherical component, not from the cylindrical component but from the spherical. So our final number will be plus 0.5 diopter sphere and plus 1 diopter cylinder at 90 degree. So that's how you calculate the number from the retinoscopy readings. Now the next example, now here we will take myopic corrections like -2, the reflex was against and it was neutralized with -2 vertically, and -4 horizontal meridian was neutralized at -4. Now you can see -2 vertical and -2 horizontal. Again we can take -2 as a diopter sphere because it is acting on both equally, horizontally as well as vertically, and we are left with -2 horizontally. So -2 diopter sphere and -2 which was left, you should write it as a diopter cylinder, and definitely as -2 is left in the horizontal meridian, so it will be represented by at 90 degree because cell acts perpendicularly to the shown axis. You should remember that. And the other way around is that if you can also say that as we have taken sphere, one of the readings you can take sphere, and from the other reading you have to subtract the sphere, and that's how you get the cell, and axis is at the axis of the cell is same as the sphere. So now again, working distance, you have to add the working distance. So after adding the working difference to the diopteric sphere, it will become minus 3.5 diopter sphere minus 2 diopter cylinder at 90. And if you have used atropine, then it will become minus 4.5, or cyclopen minus 4. In the last example, we will add atropine and cyclopen as well. Now mixed, if vertical meridian is neutralized with plus 3, it was a with reflex, and horizontal was neutralized with minus 2, it was against. So how to calculate now? So suppose one of the axes like this. At this example, in the last two we have taken sphere at vertical meridian, but now here we are taking sphere at horizontal. So you should also be able to calculate the number from. So minus 2 we have taken as a sphere. So now you should see the difference of plus 3 from minus 2. So that's plus 5. So we have got plus 5 diopter cylinder, and I have already told you that the axis is that of the sphere. So sphere was horizontal, so 180 degree. So that's all. The other way around is like minus 2, you have taken sphere, so you have to subtract minus 2 from the other reading, like from plus 3 if you subtract minus 2, so algebraic rules apply, minus and minus becomes plus, so plus 3 and plus 2 become plus 5. And now here, for example, we have used atropine as a cycloplegic agent. So we are adding minus 1 for atropine and minus 1.5 for the working distance. So our final number will be minus 4.5 diopter sphere plus 5 diopter cylinder to 180 degree. So I hope after watching these three examples, you will be able to calculate the retinoscopy